wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Hi, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of the Have a Nice Day podcast with your boy Joshua
and Janine.
And first of all, before we begin, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas.
It's the most beautiful time of the year, and
it's the most wonderful time of the year.
Beep, 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 beep. That was my flute.
And this is our attempt at wearing something red and something green.
Yeah, something festive, which I hope it captures on the camera. It looks good from where I'm sitting, but...
Well, your shirt looks good because it's a Bad Friends shirt.
Favorite podcast.
Wait, I thought it was Tiger Belly.
I have like top 5 favorite podcasts.
Top 5. Does that mean like 5 times 5 or 5 plus 5?
No, it's just that I cannot contain my excitement when I watch podcasts.
He's a podcast freak.
I love podcasts. Can you believe, guys? I'm like the only one, I'm pretty sure, in the whole UAE who's bought a YouTube subscription. Like, just so I skip the ads so that I can download
I'm sure there's
videos.
more than just you.
Yeah, but most of my time, if you see my screen time on my phone, the highest time which I spend on which app is YouTube.
Right.
Because I'm a guy now. I've transitioned.
You're a guy now.
No, I'm a guy now who transitioned.
Okay.
And taken it upon myself that now, instead of listening to podcasts, I watch it.
Wow.
So I'm that guy, like, if you see me, like, in the gym, you'll see my screen will have a podcast. You see when I don't want to say this, but because the RTA or the police will come and arrest me. But even when I'm driving, I put a podcast on.
You
but
put
obviously,
a podcast on to listen.
To listen, yeah, guys. You know, I'm not going to break any rules. I don't want to get deported as of now.
So is Have a Nice Day your most viewed podcast on YouTube?
It is, yes. This is the best podcast, guys. Not the best, but the best in the UAE, I would say. And we are like gaining momentum. Like, we are becoming worldwide. We have listeners all across the world. Like, if I had it ready on my phone, I could like literally read off the list of countries that listen to this podcast. And that being said, Merry Christmas to everyone.
Merry Christmas.
And the greatest gift that we could receive is your support and love, and you telling your friends about this podcast, you liking this video on YouTube, you subscribing to our channel, you subscribing to our Spotify. And Spotify has a new algorithm, which I want everyone to take out their phone. Or, I mean, they'll be listening to this from their phone definitely, but open your Spotify and rate this show, because now Spotify has a rating system, and we would love your support if you could do that.
Yeah, and it was quite sweet, actually. Well, today's Christmas, so yes, again, Merry Christmas, everyone. But it was quite sweet how when we were giving away stickers to our friends or family members, everyone was so excited about stickers. Made me really feel special, you know?
No, but we gave the stickers along with the gifts. I don't know if they were excited with the gift or with the sticker.
No, they were... Some of them didn't have the gift with it, so...
Yeah, I know. But
we gave it after the gift, so it was quite nice. And yesterday, my niece and one of my cousins were fighting over a sticker. Because my niece was like, that's mine. And my cousin was like, no, this is mine. And my cousin is from Abu Dhabi. So I told my niece, it's okay, give it to him. I'll get you one because you're always here anyway. Right. She was like, no, this is my sticker. I'm like, I'm your aunt. I'll give you one. Don't worry.
Gianna?
Gianna.
You know, Gianna yesterday as well. When we gave her the sticker, she told her mom, this is better than money. I was like, okay, hold up. Don't get too carried away. The sticker is not worth more than money, but it's somewhere close. It's not a substitute, but it's still somewhere there.
Oh man, kids.
She's the best. She's the best.
I love them so much.
Kids really.
Yeah. So yeah, shout out to my cousins.
Yeah, and shout out to everyone who really supports this podcast. Even when we actually just came back from India as well.
That's true.
And a lot of people were really raving about the podcast, and we did this
raving because we came in from Goa.
Yeah, the party scene over there. They're really crazy about it. Like, the DJ would go in the club like, "Have a nice day's in the building," and they're like, "Ooh."
Boo, 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 boo.
Yeah.
Not really.
No, they don't know that.
They don't really go into clubs.
It really happened. Yeah, I think that's the part which is really more believable, the fact that we don't actually go clubbing.
Yeah.
It was really fun. We went to attend one of my very good childhood friends' wedding, Sean and Caroline. Congratulations to the beautiful couple as well.
Sweet Caroline. We actually had to perform.
We had to dance. That's an impromptu dance. First of all, we were called to their house at like 12 in the morning.
A night before
the wedding. And like, this is very random. Like, is he getting the cold feet? We don't know. We're just all going to his house. And suddenly, okay, guys, this is the dance number. And like 3 songs. Sean always messes up that line where it's like, what's the first line of the song? Where do we go?
Where does it start? Where something begin, right?
Yeah, something begin.
Where to begin?
Yeah, where to begin, I think. Yeah. And he's like,
where do we go?
Like, you don't go anywhere, okay? Just stay where you are.
So yeah, we had to dance.
It was really fun. Yeah.
You can show some pictures in here.
I have the video. Yeah, maybe I can pop up the video over here of us dancing.
Don't have to pop up the video of us dancing.
No, I'm gonna pop it up. I really like editing now, so I'm really wanna.
We can put it on our Insta stories if we want to for people to see. But yeah, you can.
I'm gonna pop it up over here, like in this part right now.
Oh, okay, nice.
Are you guys viewing it? Can you spot us?
It is wedding season, so this is like our second wedding together that we've attended together.
Yeah, and
4th if we're counting virtual weddings.
Oh yeah.
Because we did one of my good friends Lana's wedding in Seychelles as the first wedding. Then my other good friend at the Dixie's wedding in Seychelles again.
Yeah.
And then
is that a sign? You think?
I don't know. Maybe.
Uh-huh.
What do you mean? Sign of what?
Sign of where we have to get hitched.
Are we getting hitched? Boy, you gotta put a ring on it first.
It'll happen soon. I just told Janine I have a date in mind, so hopefully everything goes well. And that date is set in stone, and that's the date that we're engaged.
Why are you so nervous about it?
I'm not nervous. You're nervous.
Why are you crying? I'm not crying. You're crying. But 3rd wedding was my good friend's brother's wedding here in Dubai, and then 4th was in Goa.
Yeah, like all one after another.
Yeah.
There's love, guys. In the midst of COVID and everything, there is still love, and I know it just
sucks, huh? That COVID is crawling, it's seeping its way back to us, especially during the time of holidays. So not the best way to celebrate. I have a lot of friends who actually got COVID here in Dubai because as of yesterday it was 1,000 plus.
1,000 yesterday and today's 1,300.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Or 1,000,
it's like,
I don't know.
It's like almost every day there's about 300 to 400 people increasing in terms of the numbers of people who are getting COVID cases.
Yeah, like even a bunch of comedians, they put in the group yesterday, hey guys, I just got COVID. If you were performing with me or you saw me recently, please get yourself tested.
Yeah.
So it's really
sucks
crazy. Yeah.
Over the holidays, Christmas, you can't spend it with your family. You have to quarantine yourself. So I'm super, super thankful and grateful that I didn't get it because we also had to, we were very, very careful as well. But regardless,
Janine's extra careful. Like, she puts me in my place when it comes to everything. Like, I touch something, sanitize. My mask is, for me in general, I never used to put my mask below the nose. But, like, even I try to stay away and dodge people who do have that habit of not wearing the mask, like covering their nose and the mouth.
Yeah.
But otherwise, we do take the precautions that is given to us by the government and everything. And I think if you just follow that, it should be fine.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of speculation that this rise and this boom again in cases is from 3 events.
Right.
I don't want to say them because I don't have my facts right, but
and let's not because we don't want to
get I know, but just everyone just stay
for, like,
safe.
libel or something.
Yeah. I don't want to be in that, but everyone just stay safe.
There's a lot of events going around because it is event season. It is wedding season. It is officially winter in Dubai, which they've announced a couple of days back, right? They said
the officially winter now,
which is quite late, to be honest, for Dubai, because usually we feel the temperature decreasing or starting to get cooler during November.
Towards end of November, beginning of December. That's when I actually wear my hoodies and everything. But so far, I can still manage in shorts and a t-shirt.
Yeah, I can remember years back, I would walk around and I would actually shiver. Not shiver, but I'm like, this is cold.
Yeah.
I need a jacket. I need something. But
it was really cold on Prakarti's brother's wedding.
Yeah, that was cold.
That was right. But that was because we were out till 3 in the morning.
And also we were in a stable. We were
surrounded
by trees, grass. We were middle of the desert.
Yeah.
So I think it also depends on where you are at. But I remember walking around like Dara a couple of years back, and I was literally like really not shivering, but almost to the point of shivering.
But why are you in there? Are you lost or something?
No, I was walking around. I can't remember why, but like a couple of years back, next to Al Ghurair, I can vividly remember
the time and the place.
The time and the place, and I'm like, wow,
spine.
this is really cold. And that was like in November, and I had I had a leather jacket in my hand, and I can't remember. Like, I think I wanted to wear my leather jacket. I was wearing boots. Dubai.
Leather jacket and boots?
Yes, I'm a biker girl. I'm a badass.
First, learn how to ride a bike, okay? You should be like me.
First of all. Okay, we'll talk about our Goa adventures in a while. Okay? Maybe we should start with something first before we...
Yeah, something positive maybe.
Yeah, which moves us to the...
Happy News of the Week.
Bling! Okay, let me open my phone for this one. So... there is a mysterious person who has been leaving
Batman
gifts for families in a quite residential area in Holbrook's Coventry in the UK. And they were scratching their heads when like candy canes suddenly appeared overnight outside their homes in gifts, and they didn't know who it was. So some of the residents looked at their cameras, security footage, and they were surprised to see that it was actually Father Christmas was leaving it behind.
Santa Claus?
So yeah, it is Santa Claus leaving behind some of these cute gifts and like Christmas ornates, or how do you call it?
Ornaments. What's ornates, dude?
I don't know, dude.
Someone's name.
I don't know. Ornaments around residential area. So quite a short happy news of the week, but it's quite happy, right? These times where COVID is happening, a lot of like sad, unexplainable things are happening.
Yeah, this is what, the
People
third Christmas with COVID, is it? Or second?
So it was
third.
2020. Yeah, 2019 not so much, right?
No, 2020, 2021. Yeah, so second, sorry.
Because 2019 is when COVID really hit China in Wuhan. November, right? November is when it was discovered.
The first case
so
of
around
zero.
November, December, we've been hearing about it, but we weren't concerned yet.
Yeah.
Because it only really hit like a state of
March.
Like
mass panic
and pandemic in February, March of 2021.
Yeah, so this is the second year.
That was the first Christmas, and then now it's like the second Christmas. Yeah. And we were feeling like, oh my gosh, UAE just hit below 100 cases per day, and we were really celebrating that a couple of months back, and we're like, yes, we're close to beating it. People are getting their booster shots. People are being and the rules started like really, they haven't been as strict as it was, and they've started to like wean off of.
Yeah, they started easing up a lot of restrictions. Like
easing
if you're,
up is the word that was.
If you're walking alone on the road, you can remove a mask.
If you're running around.
Yeah. Social distancing was reduced from 2 meters to 1 meter.
Yes.
So a lot of things happened, which I think people got like they took it to the next level and decided.
We all got excited about it, right? Because we're like, wow, things are getting back to normal. It's going back to how it used to be pre-pandemic.
Yeah.
And we got a glimpse of hope.
Yeah.
And then suddenly they're like, Omicron is here to stop it.
Omicron has entered a chat.
Auntie Rona is back. Seriously.
I think, when we let our guard down for just let's say a week.
Yeah.
The repercussions is like,
I feel like
tenfold, because like one person gets it, infects two others, those two infect 4 to 8 to 16 to 32 to 64 to 128 to 256 to 512 to 1024 to 2 terabytes. That's all I remember.
Good job.
Math.
Wow.
Smart guy. No calculator around me, guys. It's all here, the human calculator.
You couldn't even go past 1024, dude.
1024 is 2048.
Okay.
2048 is 40.
9.
9.
6. Okay. Then
We're running. These guys don't want to hear this. You guys, come on, be on my team. But you're actually.
Thought you were a human calculator, dude.
Yeah, but let's get back to the
order of business.
Yes. Where were we?
But I feel like this whole coronavirus just got us into like a roller coaster of emotions. Like, we're doing better, yay! Then it goes up again, then it goes down. There's this like famous TikTok of a guy doing like voice trills, like of like the, sorry, that sounded weird, the the number of cases that goes up and down, for example, each country. Okay. So we do Canada, there it goes.
Oh, like he changes the tone based on the graph.
Depending on the graph of the daily cases in each country. I think he did Canada and then something else. But anyway, this whole corona thing has really gotten us into a roller coaster of emotions, and it's just getting out of hand. The good thing is, from the news so far, is this: the new variant is, well, a good and a bad thing. It's very easy.
It's very easily contagious.
Easy to transmit. Easier than the previous strains.
Delta, its previous
brothers
successors.
And sisters. However, so far it seems like the mortality rate is better.
Yeah, so it's not as infectious, but no, sorry, it is as infectious, but it's not
infectious.
It is more infectious, but it is not as dangerous as it's,
or as deadly, or as
the other variants as well. But nevertheless, that doesn't mean you should keep your guard down, guys, because I still know a few people who have been hospitalized, and I know it's a very tough time, especially if during the season and everyone wants to be with their family, but still take a few precautions wherever you can.
I think the WHO, World Health Organization, put out a statement saying that not necessarily cancel your holiday plans, cancel your holiday plans.
Cancel the holiday plans. It's better to cancel events rather than to cancel your
whole life. Yeah, that was like the slogan of the whole.
I understand where he's coming from, but he could have worded it better.
I know, yeah.
Right?
I was just looking at the comments, and everyone's like, who? Like, who are you? Who? Like, people were so just over it. They're over this whole WHO, like World Health Organization, how they were handling the whole.
Even the White House, did you see that
pandemic.
News article? The new White House, they issued a statement: get your booster shots or else you will die.
Stop.
Yeah. Let me just try to find this.
Again, we're not saying it's not true, but they could have worded it better.
So, because they got so much backlash, White House.
Wow. Merca.
White House death.
White House death. Wait to Google something. Maybe we should put like COVID or something. Booster.
No, I got it from Jerry News, but I'm just trying to find where.
Jerry News.
You know that famous Instagram page, F Jerry? I'm not saying the F.
Is it a meme
word.
Page?
It is a meme page. It is also like they. Okay, I can't find it. It'll take too long, but something like that. Like get your booster or something, or else you will die, or death will be upon you, or something.
A little bit too much.
Yeah. So. But I think they're just trying to instill that fear in people so that they're like taken aback and like, okay, you know what they're saying is right. We really need to be careful and
a lot of people are really trying to get their booster shots. A friend of mine was just telling me the other day that he couldn't book. Was it our friend? It was our friend. Yeah, it was our friend. I won't name the person, but it was.
Do like this and tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, where he was saying, gosh.
Anderson.
Where he was saying that he couldn't get an appointment, and the appointment that he could only book was one that was in Hatta and one that was in like Warka, which is like two opposite ends of not even Dubai.
Yeah.
But anyway, a lot of people are getting it because they know that it would help them.
It would help. That's what apparently is speculated, but I will get mine done on Tuesday.
Yeah. So if you haven't gotten your booster shots and you're past the 6 months
and if you're eligible,
if you're eligible,
please do consider getting it.
Yeah. And of course, on top of that, that doesn't mean that keeps you immune from the virus. Keep your masks on. Still continue to social distance. Everyone knows the drill. It sucks, but we just have to do it because we have to protect the people around us.
Yeah, we have to learn how to live with this at this point. It's like it doesn't seem like it's going anywhere anytime soon.
They're saying, though, the scientists, and I don't know if it's from who as well, but they're saying that 2022 will be the year that we continue to eliminate this virus, or like we wipe this virus out. And I hope that's true. I don't even know if that's...
Meaning like this is the last year of COVID?
This is what they're saying. I don't know if that's scientifically
I've
possible.
Seen this, but I would love to do some research on that.
I don't know if it's scientifically possible because, I mean, if you think about all of the other viruses out there, polio, Ebola, all of the...
Scurvy.
Yeah,
leprosy.
Scurvy. Like, all of those viruses are still around, but it's much better than how it used to. So I don't know if it's something that would just be around from now on, this particular strain, because there's a lot of coronavirus variants, whatever it is. And it becomes sort of like a flu, like a normal flu from now on, like, or a flu-ish virus from now on.
Yeah.
And our bodies will be able to handle it.
Adapt
future.
and just
adapt
and
exactly.
overcome.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's see where this takes us.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another thing is the new weekends in the UAE.
Oh yeah. That's a big news.
That's, I think, the biggest news that has come out of the UAE. I mean, this is not the first time they did it.
Right.
They've done it before. Remember what was the weekend before?
Thursday and Friday.
Yeah. Then it moved to
Friday and Saturday.
And now?
It's Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, we are aligning with the rest of the world.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I really don't like it.
Yeah? What are your qualms about it?
So my biggest problem with this whole change in the weekend is the fact that we are now aligned with the rest of the world. I know most people would say, okay, yes, it is fine, but then that means, because from my last company, I was happy on Fridays and Saturdays, because Friday, like, western side of the world will be open and we would be closed, and on Sunday when we resume, they would be closed and we're open. So that means, like,
it's a little bit quiet.
Yeah, so Sundays for me was relatively quiet.
Yeah.
And everything, but I understand this move. I understand because of financial institutions that they would need it to be aligned with the rest of the world. So I understand that, but then now it seems like, okay, since Friday now we're working, that means we have to still work with the other countries, and then when we come back on Monday, that means we still have to work with other countries.
Yeah, it's just gonna be like that.
Yeah, plus it's gonna be very weird for me. Just like, remember Fridays, we were like,
it took us a while.
Thursday was our like Saturday night.
Yes.
No. Thursdays was our Friday night.
nights. Yeah.
And we could never say, "Oh, I hate Mondays," because it was always like, this is the second
Monday
day
to us
dude.
is like,
yeah. So you can't really.
It was closer to
relate
hump
to
day
Garfield
for us.
or something. Yeah. That's true. So our hump day now will be Wednesday.
Yeah.
As with the rest of the world.
Exactly.
But let's see how it goes.
And Mondays will literally be Mondays for us. We'll be like, oh, Mondays.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I want to see how it goes. Let's see. For us, it's at least we have a long weekend when we ring in the new year, because we'll be off Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
It will take a while for people to adjust to it.
Yeah.
People from here to adjust to it, because we've been having the Friday, Saturday weekend for the longest time, and people
over 20
have
years,
designated, like, have designed everything around it, like Friday brunches, you know.
Oh yeah.
Now it's Saturday brunches.
When will like the comedy shows perform now? When is the weekend? Yeah, so many things have to change.
Exactly.
Especially the Friday prayers for our Muslim brothers and sisters.
Like,
that's the major one.
Yeah, that's the major concern that people had around it. It was announced as the government entities would have Saturdays and Sundays as their weekends, and then Fridays would be half days. So the government entities and offices are actually moving to a 4.5 day weekend.
Work day. What's wrong with your stomach, dude? How much did you eat today? I wonder if that was caught on the audio because that is the best.
I don't know, but did you hear that?
I heard it.
It was like, it's because I ate a lot of Christmas food. I mean, Christmas, guys.
Because today's literally the time we're recording is actually on the 25th, and
yes,
we have eaten so much the whole day.
This is from last night. Joshua came to our place, had dinner, then went to his aunt's place, had dinner. What else?
Then I woke up today and we had lunch in some Henling or something, and it was like an unlimited buffet. Ate there, fell asleep, green tea, so it canceled out everything, and then
you ate
and then I had dinner again before coming over here to record. So
yeah,
food nonstop this week, guys, nonstop.
I think I need the whole next week to digest what we just ate.
On like
for this weekend,
n number of green teas.
Yes, and then New Year's is coming again.
Oh yeah, so. Don't get me started of what we have planned. It's a lot.
Yeah, for us, like Christmas is always a big holiday because it's my dad's birthday.
Oh yeah,
on the actual day, and it's my niece's birthday a few days before. So usually we would club both of them together. This time around, 24th was a weekend. 25th was a weekend as well. So 24th we had my niece's birthday party, and then the 25th. We had my dad's birthday party, and all of my family members got tested before they came home. So it was a
really?
Super, yeah, especially the ones from Abu Dhabi, yeah, because they, they're gonna cross borders.
Oh yeah, they had to.
Yeah, not really. It's not in the rules for now, but they just wanted it for safety.
Yeah,
and we just had tested like 3 times a couple of days back, so I'm good.
Our nose and our throat is literally abused.
Oh my god,
abused by that cotton bud, that Q-tip.
Exactly. I mean, Goa was amazing, but it was just coming back was quite hectic.
Yeah. So many 2 COVID tests we did on the same day.
Yeah.
COVID test when we landed, which was like in 3 hours from the time we took off.
I know.
But yeah, I understand this is the world we're going to live in now, so can't complain, but it is just to get more streamlined at the end of the day.
Yeah, and like I used to fly back over like the day of when I'm getting back to the office, so that's my usual routine. I would usually fly Thursday, so I would only take a day of leave, for example, or 2 days max. So when Josh was like, we have to take the full week leave for this Goa trip, and I'm like, I don't know about that.
But it played well.
But it played well, and it was actually needed because traveling this time it's just different. I can't just rock up into the airport 2 hours before my flight, less before my flight, because there's just so many documents needed, so many lines that you need to go through, so many inspections that you need to have, and then getting back is just, you can't again rock up in the airport like 2 hours before your flight. We had to be in the airport 6 hours before our flight. Yeah. To get a second COVID test, wait for like an hour for it, go back in line. I think we could have done
with 5, but less than that, we would have rushed, like carried and ran with everything we had, really panic at some points. But with 6, we were okay. Like we were taking our time. We didn't have to worry so much.
Yeah. And we were actually there with another old couple at the same time. And poor lady, she was like trying to manage the 500 bags, luggages that they had alongside her husband who had difficulties in walking. There were no porters available. They didn't have a wheelchair around, and it was just chaotic. So
they were also really panicky.
Yeah.
But we decided, like, you know what, let's give them a hand. And they were very thankful for that. So I'm glad that we did.
It was a nice,
our good deed of the day.
Yeah. And we got to speak to her son. Well, their son.
Yeah.
And him. You got to speak.
Yeah. And we were still WhatsApping.
Oh, yeah? Really? You're on WhatsApp basis? Yeah. So they were coming here to visit their daughter, and their son was in Goa. Yeah. Right? So it was nice. Yeah, we all had to wait together for our tests to come back. I wouldn't say it was the most organized. I mean, testing center in the airport. It was literally at the car park of the airport.
Exactly. Like, I'm no project manager, but I could have streamlined that whole process if I had a chance to.
Yeah. But and I think it was only for UAE, right? Because it was only Air Arabia and Air India.
Yeah, I think it's a regulation that was set up by UAE, so they have to abide by it as well. But at the end of the day, we are back in this seat doing the podcast, so that's good.
It was nice. And speaking of nice things, you managed to get a day of like going around through a scooty as they call it, not a scooter. We went around town because we were in South Goa, which
For
is
like
more of like
3
the
days.
quiet
Yeah.
side, more of the provincial side.
Yeah.
That's where his friend lives. That's where the wedding was. So we decided to stay close by. We rented an Airbnb apartment in a hotel, sort of.
Yeah, so that was
Yeah. It was nice. We walked around. Oh, there's this woman who owned the restaurant, which was like 12
Oh yeah, we
minutes
still have to
walk
give
away.
a good
We have to
review her.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Just too many food I ate.
Yeah, she's having a gag reflex, stomach. I don't know, was that stomach noising? I don't know.
But on the second day, it was the second or third day of us being there. Third. We decided to go around because there weren't a lot of food places that we can go through by foot around.
Yeah.
And we didn't really have. It was difficult to get a taxi or an Uber.
It's not difficult. It was impossible.
Impossible.
There's no Uber. There's no Ola. There's no Kareem. There's no Lyft.
It's not like you can rock outside of your hotel and ask for a rickshaw or a tricycle in the Philippines. There are no passenger commute vehicles available.
Yeah, the vehicle on demand.
You'd have to call them, which would cost you more than what you need if it was just like, and if it was a 10-minute walk, like just walk.
Yeah.
So we did. It was quite hot though, but we did. And we walked to a place that was like in the middle of different houses.
It's literally like think of any residential community in UAE, and one of the houses has a front yard with a restaurant.
Exactly. And we saw it on Google. Well, I saw it on Google and had good reviews. And it actually is a bar / like restaurant in the morning, and it becomes like a bar at night.
Yeah.
And we went there. We were literally just two people there, and we were quite hesitant to get inside because we're like, is it actually open? Is it not
open? And there's no one else here.
No one was there
because you can tell a lot about a restaurant based on its the crowd that is inside. Yeah.
And so we were there, and we were about to hop in, and the son, I think, yelled, "Mom, like
there are people here.
Mom, there are people." We assumed that's what he said because he was speaking in the local language. And suddenly a woman comes out, and she's like, yeah, we're open. Come in. Started turning on the fans.
Her husband was the one who first came in, and then she's the one who assisted us and took our order and everything. Yeah.
So we said, please, nothing spicy.
Yeah, which is why the food took so long to come out. Though, because literally, I'm pretty sure they had everything ready, but we have a condition, that we're not too good with spice. So we're like, can you please not make it spicy?
Josh was the only Indian who's not good with spice.
No, I can name like 5 others.
Okay, fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had to customize a lot of things, and they were very hospitable. They started chatting with us. And then at the end of us eating, when we paid, she asked us, like, do you want us to drop you off? Because they were asking us where are we staying? How did we stumble upon the restaurant? Because it's literally in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah.
And we said we're coming in from XX Hotel. Not the name, just not gonna name the hotel. And she said, oh, that's close by. But she realized, like, close by car, like it would probably take 4 minutes by car, but if you would walk, it would be around 12-15 minutes.
Yeah, 12 to 15.
Yeah,
easily.
So she's like, well, I'll just drop you off. And we said, no, us being Asians.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. That's so kind of you.
Don't
you
worry
don't have
about
to.
it. Yeah. We
had to play that.
But then she said, like, if I was the one walking in this heat after a very good meal, I wouldn't be able to do it. Then.
She's like, I'll be hungry again.
Yeah.
So she insisted on dropping us off, and we complied. We said, yes.
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Thank you. And she dropped us off. She took her car out, and she dropped us off, talked about her son and her daughter.
And I really love that because she was so proud about her children.
I know.
And the way she said it is like, I'm proud of them because I worked really hard for them and they delivered. Yeah. On whatever schooling I paid for, whatever classes I paid for, everything. Like, I gave it to them and they made best use of it. And that's what I really liked. And she was like so kind and humble. So she didn't ask anything else from us.
Yeah.
But we should really write a Google review for her because that's something we said we would do.
You know how other people sometimes they expect you to do something when they do something for you.
Yeah.
She was just a sweetheart. Bless her heart, auntie. I forgot her name. You remember her name?
Yes. And Sima.
Is it?
It was Sima.
Are you
I
sure?
think so.
Probably. I can't remember, but bless her heart.
She was the cutest. Like
She was very kind. She dropped us off and like talked about her son and daughter. That was like really true Goan hospitality. And everyone, I would say everyone in Goa, very, very sweet, always smiling, always kind, very hospitable.
So that one guy, which I hate, the guy who took away my scooter, who
Oh,
gave
yeah.
me the worst exchange rate in the whole world. And this guy, I'm like, because he saw us and he's like, these guys have tourist written all over them, so I'm going to.
He's trying to make money off of us. But
I mean, I would have done the same if I was in his position, but still, like, take it easy. Not such a big difference in an exchange rate, and
dude.
Yeah, but it was an overall fun trip, and I'm really glad that we went because I introduced Janine to all my childhood friends growing up. Yeah. They all loved her. She likes all of them. So it was
nice. It was my first time seeing a rose ceremony. ROCE ceremony. At first I really thought it was roast. Like chicken roast or like roasting someone. And then I got to Sean is the groom, Sean's house, and then I see the star that says Rose Ceremony of Sean Fernandez. And I was like, oh, that's how you spell rose. ROCE. And
they make up everything.
It's literally a Catholic Portuguese Goan tradition that basically you do a night or a couple of nights before the wedding.
Yeah.
For the groom and the bride separately. They both have the rose ceremonies. And they basically wash them with coconut milk.
Yeah, so it removes all the impurities, sins, starting life anew.
To prep them up for the wedding. And it's not just the bride or the groom. They're accompanied by their respective groomsmen and bridesmaids all together.
And the families. And friends of the individual.
Yes. So it was actually quite nice. Like there was a buffet right after, so everyone eats after, everyone mingles, so everyone knows each other by the time the wedding comes. So it was nice. And you can cheekily throw something disgusting, such as cracking an egg on top of their heads. I heard like other disgusting stuff that gets thrown.
Yeah, Chloe put beer on Sean.
Yes,
so
yes.
Like,
but like even more disgusting.
I'll put some pictures as well on this. But
so that was nice. I got to crack an egg on top of the groom's head as well.
Like literally, Janine was like at the back and then pop on this guy's head, and she's the one who's screaming. Sean was just like,
it's just like, this is
why
my
am I
life
here
now? I've accepted it.
But it was really fun. Like I'm so glad you got to see all my friends. Like shout out to Chloe, Sean, Caroline, Sam, Lenny, Josiah, Chris. And all those other guys, I can't remember their names. I remember Charleston, Chris's brother.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, we went to this really, really nice night market, and it seemed to me at one moment that COVID wasn't there, with everyone not wearing masks. And it was just, I was like, what is this? This is the world that we used to live in.
But it's like such a mystic place, Like
it is.
Like people, like you have like, I saw the Goths, I saw the hippies. We saw the like young people. We saw people with dogs. We saw literally all kinds of humans, everything. And we saw Westerners, Asians,
Indians,
you name it, Southerners, Northerners.
I didn't get to see a fellow Filipino though. In the airport, we did.
I think there was one at the airport, but you and we couldn't tell.
Yeah. She was a Filipino with 2 sons and her Indian husband, and I was just like, Josh, that's literally you. In a baby form.
Like, where are we going?
Like,
I'm gonna cry on the airplane nonstop. Going back though, we had so many kids on our plane.
Oh gosh. Yeah, that was not the best flight.
Yeah.
And I was trying to sleep the whole plane ride. And by the time that they took out the food, this guy started nudging me and he's like, do you want to eat? And I'm like,
Jenny's like, no, I want to sleep. And then she goes back.
And then he's like, but you have to take your seat upright, because I had my seat moved reclined, and apparently the guy behind me is gonna eat. So I moved to another seat, and he woke me up again. He's like, are you sure you don't want to eat? I'm like, dude, do not disturb me.
And I'm like, I'll eat.
It's literally like 4:30 a.m. in Dubai right now, and all I want is to sleep, because as soon as I land, I'm gonna get out of the airport and start working.
Yeah.
And that's what happened.
So I was eating, and the same guy comes to me. He's like, "Are you guys together?" I'm like, "Yeah." He's like, "Does she want to eat?" I'm like, "No."
Please do not wake her up.
Let her sleep, guy. Otherwise, she's gonna take out all her frustrations on me. Let her sleep. Just let her sleep. I know
Save
you're
my
doing
life.
your job, but just let her sleep.
Please, I beg you.
Give me her food. I'll eat it.
And that's what happened when we landed, right?
Yeah.
I was just like super frustrated, and poor Joshua.
She was just saying, like, I need coffee. There's a cost to him. Like, no, let's go back and have coffee. Like,
I need coffee. No. And I got myself a large coffee to get me by through the day. And I survived the day.
it was a crazy. It took me the whole of last week to recover from Goa. So
Yeah.
hopefully it's.
Where to next, dude?
You tell me, man.
Pilipinas. Come
Pinas,
on.
dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully in March. Let's see. Speaking of the Philippines, though, I would recommend for you to research what happened in the southern part of the
I'm
Philippines.
actually gonna do a post right now about how you can help, because there was a typhoon that struck. Another one
before Christmas.
It was how many typhoons? Just one?
I think it was one, but a really, really strong one. I forgot the name. Is it Odette? Hold on. Typhoon. But it is devastating. A lot of people lost their homes a couple of days before. Typhoon Rai. Maybe that was Super Typhoon Rai. So it is a super typhoon.
No, it's Typhoon Odette.
Yeah, I think Rai is the international
Typhoon
name.
Odette, PH, and Rai. Yes.
Yes,
correct.
Rai is the international name. Odette is the Filipino name. But it is the southern side of the Philippines. A lot of people lost their homes. Even a lot of even celebrities. The two Sky Podcast, the famous celebrity podcast in the Philippines of this couple. I showed it to you once.
Okay.
The girl's like a fashion blogger, and the guy is like a celebrity through PBB.
Okay.
Like Pinoy Big Brother.
They have a podcast?
They have a podcast, and they have this beautiful like Sky Home is what they call it. Their podcast is called Sky Podcast. And their house is literally wrecked as well.
Ooh.
And a lot of people in Siargao, a lot of our like brothers and sisters in the Philippines really need everyone's help.
The thing is, it affected more islands, so
Yes.
it's really hard to get things into there. But a lot of people are trying. They're sending as much as they can.
Yes. Especially, wow, I can't even speak. Especially
Forgot how to
Siargao. Yeah, I forgot how to podcast. I'm sure a lot of like people who are into traveling would know Siargao. It's one of the most famous islands or tourist places in the Philippines.
Popular, right?
Getting really popular. It's a surfing destination. It is literally wrecked.
Yeah.
And as Joshua said, because it is somehow a remote place to be in, you need to fly to there. It's not easily accessible. It's difficult to get food. It's difficult to get supplies. It's difficult to get supplies to actually help people.
Basic needs, everything, yeah. And a lot of people just need the basics, like canned food,
you need the
clean water,
big amount of
shelter, some good clothing that they can actually wear, something that will keep them safe. And I like when we started this episode, Janine and I, we didn't have an agenda, but we want to talk about in the spirit of Christmas and in this very difficult time, like times which a lot of us has never encountered before. Plus, on top of COVID, we have this typhoon hitting the Philippines. Like, what we can do to help each other. It doesn't, not necessarily what you can do for Philippines, but necessarily like if you know someone who's spending Christmas alone or, people in isolation, send them a message. That's the least I think all of us can do. Like, hey, take it easy. Wishing you a speedy recovery if you're alone or if you have no family here. Invite them out. Like I saw, who was it? Chari, I think. She posted something on Instagram. Did you see that? Where she's like, Chari is one of our church friends, and she said that she literally had a story where she said, I'm most certainly it is her, where she's like, guys, I know this is Christmas. A lot of you don't have family or you're stuck in the UAE. Please do come to my house and have dinner with us. And she tells like she invited a lot of people, and I think that's very nice.
It is
It's a very nice thing to do because, like I said, this is a festive time. We are usually with family, friends, out and about. Like always, Christmas and New Year's, you always had plans, but like this year, I really want to keep it low, spend it with close family.
Both very blessed because our families live here, but also being a member of like the expat community, we know that there are also other people who are celebrating alone, who can't fly back to their homes in the Philippines, in India, wherever it is because of the pandemic, or just because they don't have people to celebrate with.
Or like even right now, the flight tickets are so expensive, but I still know people like because it's gotten to them like, oh, I'm spending Christmas alone for the second time in a row.
Yeah.
Spending 12,000 dirham tickets, that's even one way just to go back home, spend time with the family, and come back. So I understand like how this time of being in isolation or being alone in a foreign land and as an expat, how you really get homesick.
Yeah, times are tough. Like just thinking about my brothers and sisters from Lebanon as well. It's still not okay, right? The economy is just really, really bad. So in all different aspects, with the virus coming out, the typhoon hitting Philippines, people, the depression,
the rise in COVID
anxiety,
cases,
and rising COVID cases, death tolls due to the typhoon in the Philippines. They don't have power. The same in Lebanon, like electricity gets cut all of the time. Economy is not doing well. So we are quite blessed in so many manners, but also like so many people need help.
Mm-hmm.
So it doesn't have to be monetary help. If it's just lending an ear to someone, telling them that you're there to speak to them, be that person.
Yeah, any way that you can spread, not even necessarily Christmas cheer, but just cheer in general. Like try to make someone's day. Like what you said, the most basic thing to do is maybe just send someone a message, check in on them, or be open to being the receiving part when they want to be talking about certain things. I think a lot of things that we can do that we might take for granted, but people like really crave for, like even a small hot meal, anything. Like there's so many things.
Christmas, right?
So that's why I think that's what we basically wanted to push through in this episode, which is amongst other things as well.
The true meaning and spirit of Christmas is giving in any sense.
Yeah,
like giving a gift, giving a monetary donation, giving your time, giving a lending ear, giving your friendship or your love to anyone in any manner. So, yeah.
I think just show the same love that you receive from others and try to push it out into the world.
And if you're blessed enough with a nice Christmas that you just had, be that channel of blessing.
Yeah.
Because the true good news is that, God literally gave us and blessed us with the life that we had. He is the gift to us. Jesus is the gift, and we're here to spread that blessing to everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very well said.
Preach.
Okay. So yeah. That was a good episode. I liked it. I really missed this.
Yeah.
We haven't done this in the longest time.
Are you talking to me or are we still on the podcast?
No, I'm still podcast Josh now, but I'm just telling like we
You're
need
gushing.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah. We need to step it up.
We're going to change things up, guys, because this is episode 51. 52 is coming on its way.
Yeah, but I think we'll share the announcements in the next episode.
Yeah.
While we wrap up the year and what announcements that we have for next year and what we're planning on doing. And
exactly.
Yeah, just stay tuned. Once again, Merry Christmas to everyone. And we'll see you in the next episode to say Happy New Year.
That sounded very low in terms of energy.
Okay. This episode was to wish everyone Merry Christmas, and the next episode is wishing everyone a Happy New Year.
Dude, it's 11:30. That's
fine. Yeah, that's fine, guys.
But thank
you. Give us a break.
Yeah, thank you so much, everyone. Like, I mean, we just wanted to really say our deepest thank you, and we're just gonna put in links to where you can help some of our brothers and sisters in the Philippines and Lebanon, and any other channels of help that you can get to. We'll add it into the description of the YouTube video. If you have any questions or if you would like to DM us, please do so with our Instagram handle, Have a Nice Day Podcast. We have our email that you can contact us at Have a Nice Day Show at gmail.com. We also have our handy advice, which we haven't visited in a while. We just need to look into it to make sure that we're still giving out advice to people who are seeking it. And if you would like to seek advice anonymously, you can do so on our Google form handy advice section. We'll put in the link in the bio, in the podcast description.
You can also find it on our Instagram.
You can find it on our Instagram, link in bio as well. It'll all be there. Last but not the least, if you enjoyed this episode, please rate and review us on Spotify. Now that they have the rate and review feature on Apple Podcast, I can't speak. And share it with your friends. Yeah. Sharing is caring. So if you like this episode, please send it through. And yeah, that's it. I forgot how to close the podcast.
I say on that note.
And on that note, have a nice day. Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock. Jingle bells sing and jingle bells ring. Is my lyrics correct? I don't even know if that's correct.
I don't even know, man. Just sing something very generic.
We love you guys.
We like you as a friend.
Bye.
Bye.
Right on time, honey.